Hi everybody, this is Matt. Thanks for watching and welcome back. Lately I have fielded many questions related to magazines for the AR-15. And the questions go something like this. Out of all the magazines available, which one do you think is the best? Out of all the magazines available, do you prefer polymer or do you prefer metal? And then finally, Matt, I've heard that with a metal magazine that it will lock up into the lower receiver of an AR-15 with no problem. It'll lock up immediately, whereas with polymer, it will not. Well, let's dive into this and see what we can find out. I have 3 magazines for you today, and these are loaded with 20 rounds each. They're a 30-round standard capacity mag. This first one is a Magpul. Now, there's no metal feed lips there, but regular old Magpul magazine, you've all seen them. You probably have several. Next polymer magazine that I have here is from Troy. Again, polymer mag, 30-round capacity, just basic stuff. And then finally, I have a metal magazine. So again, no fuss, no muss. Which one of these do I think is best? Yeah, buddy, that's a matter of opinion. I like the metal magazines. Now, part of that is because this is what I began to use decades ago when I started shooting ARs. But one thing that I like about a metal magazine is, for whatever reason, I can manually feed rounds into this quicker than I can with a polymer one. They just snap in there easier for me. Don't know why that is. Maybe you should try it sometime, see if you have the same experience. But for me, I can load these magazines a lot faster. Now, can they get bent? Sure they can. But they're cheap, they're reliable, they work. So I don't want to spend, 16, 20 bucks on a magazine when I can get something like this for maybe $4 or $5. So these work for me just fine. And comparing, say, the Magpul with the Troy, I'm going to just say I don't have a favorite. I get whatever's on sale because they both work. I've not had any failures that have just jumped out at me. Magazine-wise, I mean, they're mechanical things. They do wear out, just like the metal ones do. So these are an expendable item, at least in my book. So let's delve into this little myth about how easy it is and how much pressure it takes to insert a magazine into an AR. Now, the thing, if you're not familiar with it, is a lot of people say, okay, always load 2 down, meaning if it's a 20-round magazine, you're only loading 18. If it's a 30-round, you're loading it up to 28, because otherwise you're going to have problems getting it to seat when the bolt is closed. Now, there's nothing in here. We have a closed bolt, so let's try this. First, I'm going to take the Magpul magazine, and hopefully you can listen to this as well as actually see it. So I'm going to go ahead, try to seat it. Did that lock? Nope. So in order to get it to seat, okay, there it's locked. So that's the Magpul. Remember, it's only 20 rounds. Here's the one from Troy. If you can listen to that sound, that's the same amount of force that I was applying with the Magpul. Okay, now it's locked. Finally, let's go to the metal magazine, which supposedly will lock up with no problem. Now it's locked. So as you can see, the metal magazine was not magical. It did not have magical properties. They still needed to be seated, and these only had 20 rounds in them. So doesn't work for me. Now, your results might vary, so go ahead and try it for yourself and see what you like. But when it comes to your selection of a magazine, I would not overspend on them at all. Just go ahead and get whatever you want, whatever works for you, because it is just something that you're going to use. So that's all I've got to say about that. Thanks for the questions, and as always, thanks for watching, and everybody, please be safe out there and have a good one.